I'm Grace Palmer. Thank you for having me speak today.
Speak closer to the mic.
I'm pursuing a degree in environmental studies at St. Margaret's College. I grew up in a small farm town that has become more and more commercialized over the years. The free grazing cows now live under an acre-wide tin roof. The sunsets are now blocked by developments, gas stations, and more. I chose to pursue environmentalism in part because I no longer recognize my home. Last year at school, I was fortunate enough to interview different generations about their takes on climate change. The older generations feel a sense of immense guilt that they haven't done more to stop the destruction of our shared home. An elderly couple I spoke to described the burden of knowing they would leave their grandkids in a world in which they wouldn't get to experience the same sunsets, the same rolling hills, and the same oceans that they have. They talked about wanting solar panels, but with the roof replacement necessary and the limited amount of time that they had left, they didn't see the point. They felt it was too late for them to act, a response shared by many in that group. I found middle-aged people to be most concerned about the economics involved, echoing an all too familiar sentiment. The feeling was that if it cost too much, it wasn't worth it. It had to make financial sense. A woman I spoke to talked about how difficult it can be to conceptualize changing how things have always been, and how putting food on the table was hard enough, how the day-to-day of living can make it difficult to act. The younger generations, on the other hand, were split into two categories. Unfortunately, some of us, the younger folk, already feel the gig is up, the odds are stacked against us, so why not just kick back and enjoy the short time that we can? In facing such a massive issue, they feel a sense of despair, and can you blame them? I once heard a good friend in class make a joke that they were only in environmentalism because they knew that's where all the jobs were going to be in the future, but that they didn't really believe we could do anything, or that we'd be lucky enough to make it to retirement. I was shocked, as the friend who said this is known around campus as an optimist. I didn't know what to do, so I laughed for a minute, and I felt overwhelmed. I asked myself, was she right? How many people around me really believed that? I've asked more around since then and paid close attention in class discussions, and I'm beyond grateful to find not everyone has bought into this lie, that there's really nothing we can do, or that small steps forward won't help. The other students I've spoken to feel an immense amount of duty, believing themselves to be the last line of defense in an uphill battle, but that the war is not over yet, it is just beginning. It's inspiring to see so many young people who want to act, who are energized, even if it's from fear, to tackle the problems that lie ahead. I've been brought to rallies by friends who, handmade signs in hand, discuss ways we can change the outcome of a future not yet written. Students in my class talk about writing letters to politicians, learning how to restore areas deemed unrestorable, and how to best mitigate what we and our children will witness and have already started to. I am so proud to be one of the latter, and to know so many who can't ever imagine throwing in the towel on an issue of such high importance for us and for all future generations. I am proud to be here today, asking the Vermont Legislature and Governor Scott to join us, the young people, who have decided to dedicate their lives to this issue. But it shouldn't, and it cannot, be up to us alone. We need help, and we are asking desperately for that help from those that we have looked up to our whole lives. It is only when we stand united through the generations that we have a chance at mitigating the effects of the climate crisis and protecting the future generations who will also call this planet their home. Thank you.